Let's talk about something that makes almost everyone squirm: discussing intimate needs with your partner. You know that feeling, there's something you want to express, but the words just get stuck. Today we're breaking down exactly how to have these conversations in a way that brings you closer together instead of creating awkwardness or tension. Before we dive into solutions, let's acknowledge why these conversations feel so challenging in the first place. There's that gnawing fear that if we express what we want, our partner might reject us or think differently about us. It's completely natural. We're at our most vulnerable in these moments. Then there's the worry that bringing up certain topics might make our partner feel inadequate or hurt. Nobody wants to damage their partner's self-esteem or create insecurity in the relationship. Maybe you've tried having these conversations before and they didn't go well. Those experiences can make us extra cautious about opening up again. And let's face it, most of us weren't exactly taught how to have these conversations. Society often sends the message that we shouldn't talk about these things at all. Here's the thing. Staying silent might feel safer in the moment, but it comes with some serious long-term consequences. When we bottle up our needs, that frustration doesn't just disappear. It builds up over time, creating a subtle layer of resentment that can poison even the strongest relationships. You might find yourself getting irritated at small things, all because of what's left unsaid. Without open communication, physical intimacy often starts to decline. You might find yourself making excuses, avoiding certain situations, or feeling increasingly disconnected during intimate moments. It's like a slow leak in your relationship's tire. This is a difficult truth, but when needs go unmet for too long, some people start seeking validation or fulfillment elsewhere, whether through emotional affairs, explicit content, or actually cheating. I'm not saying this to scare you, but to emphasize how crucial this conversation is. Perhaps the biggest cost is the gradual erosion of emotional intimacy. Those unspoken needs create an invisible wall between partners, making it harder to feel truly close or understood. Let's look at what to avoid and what to embrace when having these delicate conversations. The difference between creating distance and building connection often comes down to how we approach these sensitive topics. One of the quickest ways to shut down communication is bringing up past partners or experiences. It immediately creates insecurity and competition, absolute conversation killer. Instead, try expressing your own emotions and experiences. I feel really connected when, or it makes me feel special when. When we use absolutes like you always or you never, we put our partner on the defensive. These statements feel like attacks rather than openings for dialogue. This phrase is magical because it's forward-looking and positive. It focuses on what you want to create together, rather than what's missing. Bringing up concerns or requests during intimate moments can make your partner feel vulnerable and criticized when they're most exposed. It's like changing the rules mid-game. Choose a relaxed moment when you're both feeling good but not in the middle of intimacy. Maybe during a casual walk or quiet evening at home. Using phrases like "you don't" or "you should" makes your partner feel inadequate or attacked, leading to defensive responses rather than open discussion. Present it as an opportunity to explore and grow together. "I'd love for us to try new things together," or "what if we explored?" Let's break down the 4 essential elements that make intimate communication work. The first pillar is creating safety. Think of it as building a comfort bubble around your conversation. This means ensuring your partner feels emotionally secure. No threats to the relationship, no ultimatums, just open dialogue. Create an environment where any thought or feeling can be expressed without fear of judgment or ridicule. Make sure you have complete privacy, no chance of interruptions or overheard conversations. The second pillar is timing, and believe me, it can make or break your conversation. Choose moments when you're both in a good headspace, not right after work or during stressful periods. You want both partners to feel calm and receptive, maybe after a nice dinner or during a peaceful weekend. Ensure you have enough time to really talk things through. Rushing these conversations never ends well. Your body language speaks volumes before you even say a word. Keep your posture relaxed and open, uncrossed arms. Facing your partner directly shows you're ready to connect. Maintain gentle eye contact to show you're present and engaged. but don't stare intensely, which can feel confrontational. Your facial expression should be soft and understanding, even if you're discussing something challenging. The fourth pillar is all about how you frame the conversation. Approach the conversation with a growth mindset. This is about making something good even better. Focus on what you want to create together, not what's wrong or missing. Remember, you're on the same team working towards shared happiness and fulfillment. Now let's talk about creating the perfect environment for these conversations to flourish. Your environment should feel like a safe haven. Maybe it's your living room after the kids are asleep, or during a quiet walk in nature. The key is ensuring complete privacy, where you both feel at ease to speak freely. Timing really is crucial here. Avoid having these conversations when either of you is hungry, tired, or stressed. The sweet spot, usually on a weekend morning or after a relaxing dinner, when you're both feeling content and connected. Here's a counterintuitive but important tip. Avoid having these conversations in the bedroom. Your bedroom should remain a pressure-free zone associated with intimacy and rest, not serious discussions that might create tension. Set the mood with some ambient lighting, maybe some calming music in the background, and ensure you're both comfortable. Think of it like creating a cozy space for a heart-to-heart with your best friend. Let's transform how we express our needs using positive language that invites connection rather than creating distance. This simple word swap can completely change the tone of your conversation. Instead of saying, "I love being intimate with you, but I wish we could try new things," say, "I love being intimate with you, and I'm excited about exploring new experiences together." Feel the difference? One creates defensiveness, the other creates possibility. Rather than saying what isn't working, express what you'd love to experience. For example, instead of, "You never take the initiative," try, "I would feel so desired if you sometimes surprised me." This shifts the energy from criticism to invitation. Start conversations by acknowledging what's already great. "I love how connected I feel when we kiss," or "You make me feel so special when you..." This creates a foundation of security before introducing new ideas. Frame everything around mutual pleasure and connection. Instead of focusing on performance or technique, emphasize how certain experiences could bring you closer together and enhance both partners' enjoyment. Remember, it's about us, not you or me. Here's a powerful four-step method for approaching any intimate conversation. I call it the soft method because it helps keep these discussions gentle and connecting. Start by sharing your own vulnerable feelings. This might sound like, "I feel nervous bringing this up because our connection means so much to me." Leading with vulnerability helps your partner lower their defenses and feel safer opening up too. Instead of making statements, ask curious questions about your partner's thoughts and feelings. "What would you think about?" or "How would you feel if we..." This invites dialogue rather than demanding change. Always emphasize the positive potential. Focus on what you want to create together, not what's missing. Paint a picture of the deeper connection and greater pleasure you could share. Reinforce that you're in this together. Use we language and emphasize how exploring together could strengthen your bond. You're not trying to fix anything, you're growing together as a couple. Now here's something that might surprise you. The most powerful part of these conversations often isn't what comes out of your mouth, but how well you use your ears. When we focus on listening deeply, really taking in our partner's responses without planning our next words, we create a space where true intimacy can flourish. Active listening shows your partner that their feelings and thoughts matter just as much as your needs. It's like building a bridge from both sides. You need solid foundation on both ends for it to stand strong. Let's wrap up with how to bring all these pieces together in your relationship. You don't need to have one big, intense conversation that covers everything. Start with smaller, easier topics and gradually work your way up to more vulnerable discussions. Think of it like building trust muscles. You wouldn't try to lift the heaviest weight on your first day at the gym. Remember that this is a process, not a one-time event. Your partner might need time to process things, and that's okay. Some conversations might need several chapters before you reach a comfortable understanding. Give space for reflection and adjustment. Acknowledge and appreciate every small step forward. When your partner makes an effort to engage in these conversations, let them know how much it means to you. Positive reinforcement creates a safe space for more openness. Make checking in about intimate needs a regular part of your relationship rhythm. Maybe it's a monthly chat over coffee or a quarterly relationship check-in. The more normal these conversations become, the easier they get. And here's a final thought. If you're watching this video, you're already taking a positive step toward better communication. Remember to like and subscribe for more relationship insights, and share in the comments how you plan to start these important conversations in your relationship.